So, or should I say you stuffed turkeys? Got a lot of that going on. That was the lead door over there in the red shirt. Okay.
I don't want turkey for lunch.
No, Mexican food.
Yeah, time.
No, Phoenix will be crowded, so you guys get an early start. So, who needs a nap? You got 6 bunk beds. Right there. Standing behind me could be dangerous. Not sure what that meant.
I've learned to leave things alone.
Tell your own joke. I can see that you already did. I'm glad y'all get my jokes. That's why I wouldn't go teach another class. They wouldn't. I have this deathly fear of going into another class and telling a joke and just getting. Just that mouth breather look. Huh?
Are you fielding offers from other classes?
Yeah, how much money?
Doesn't Zach college
Yeah.
tuition come up?
That's why I could, just fire me. Just fire me. You ever have that where you're just so beaten down in a job and you just absolutely, you just fire me? Yeah, good for you, man. No, I'm not fielding offers. I would never leave you people.
You will take money.
Went to the Jerry Jones School of Public Speaking. That's Jerry speak, right? He says, no, I'm not looking to let that go. I'm not going to fire Jason Garrett. Right? We'll just have to see about that. Okay, so did y'all read your lesson this week? Well, good. I'm in good company because I didn't either. So, we'll see how it goes from here. Could just go to, that lead balloon thing. I did read it. Didn't get a ton of time to study it, so let's be open for discussion here a little bit as we talk. We've been following Jacob, right? Jacob makes me feel better about myself. A little bit, You know that? You keep friends around and acquaintances that just make you feel better about you. They're just goobers, and so you think, God, I'm at least better than that does. Right? But Jacob does. He makes me feel a little bit better about myself. It's all in the name too, man. That's why you just don't see a lot of young men named Adolf. Right? Well, there's something in the name. There's something in the name. You name somebody Jacob. Jacob's a great name. But what's it mean? Deceiver. The deceptive trickster. It means something. So it's just something about that. You give a kid a name. Sometimes they live it. Right? Heel grabber. That's what his name means. So it's just, you give a kid a name like that. So we've been following him around, and it's just been tons of just strife and deception and failure, all over the place. And yet, what do we see with God? He remains faithful, right? It's that 2 Timothy verse that we talk about in here all the time, right? Even when we don't, show the faith. Right, he can't deny himself. He's going to remain faithful. He can't deny himself. So no matter what we do, God remains faithful. Jacob should be really thankful. God made promises to him, and he is going to fulfill the promises. I'm going to make you into a great nation. No matter whether you're a goober or not, my plan is to make you a great nation. Right? So I like that the story is in the Bible, because we're all going to fail, and yet God remains faithful. Hopefully we see that more often than not. You know what I mean by that? That we decide, why not just be faithful to it? I've told y'all before in here with my father, he gave me a good name, and he told me, once before, he said, listen, you've got to God, he's given us this incredible name. You know, he's brought us into his family. And so hopefully that's how we focus. We don't focus as if, listen, I can live like this crazy Jacob, you know, and not worry about it because he's going to be faithful anyway. Or would you rather be a person of character or be a character? God's going to use you either way. But how do you want your story to play out? Right? What do you want to leave behind for your kids or your kids' kids? What kind of a story do you want to leave them behind? You want one of integrity? You want one where they look at it and say, you know what? I'm going to live like Papa. You know, all those people show up at your funeral because you were such an incredible guy, not because you were just this nutcase that everybody thought was funny. You know, that you're like, I'm going to stay near this guy because he does some crazy stuff, right? He's a show. You want to be, how do you want to leave your legacy? You know, Jacob right now, man, his legacy is in question that he's leaving behind. But still, his name still means deceiver. I mean, look at what he did. He stole the birthright. All the stuff that he did, you know, to get good things. He used bad means to get it. God didn't need him to do that. God wants you to be. Listen, when you read a story like this in the Bible, you have to think, don't you think God would prefer the story to read as if a person of character? Now, he's going to straighten the story out. God's going to straighten it out. We know that God can move you as he moves living water. Wherever he pleases, he can turn you and move you however he chooses to do it. So he's about to move Jacob. He's about to turn him. He's going to wrestle with him. Right? It's going to be it's just one of those interesting stories in the Bible that I have to have other people tell me what it means. Right? So anyway, let's keep moving along here. But why do you think that your character means so much to God? Is it an obvious answer? Why does your good character mean so much to him? Now, why did it mean something to my father? Why did my character mean something to him? It's a reflection, right? So it not only reflects who we are, and whose. Who do you belong to? You know that? I recognize him. That's little Kurt. That's what the guys around my grandfather's service station in Commerce used to call me, Little Kurt, because I looked like my dad. And so I had to, then I didn't think about character. You know, when you're 7, 8, 10, well, not 10, I wish 10, 10, you don't think about, you know, in your teenage years being, you know, having character, having integrity. But now I look back on it and I think, you know, I didn't know if I wanted to be called Little Kurt back then. I'm happy with it now, you know, because I know that I want to be like that. So God, you know, in giving us his name, he wants us to have good character. He doesn't want you to be a character where he has to straighten out your story so he gets the glory. You understand what I mean? God's going to take it, and he's going to move it whichever way he pleases. It's up to you on how you go through it to a point. Do you understand what I mean? Now, God does what God chooses, period. And you got no control over it. But you do have free will. Right? Do y'all agree with that? Mm-hmm. It doesn't take away from the fact that God knows exactly what you're going to do when you do it. Right? He's omniscient. He understands that. It's all God's plan. But we should choose good character to honor him, right? Okay. So let's get into it here a little bit and see. We all know Jacob's failures. Listen, he failed to rest in God's promises. He had struggles in his faith. You guys relate to that? You have struggles in your faith? Danny, when all those dingleberries on Black Friday were moving in around you, You have some struggles with keeping control, man, right?
I wouldn't have.
They say, "Why?" Good, I'm glad it wasn't.
It really wasn't.
Good, 'cause I was
Part of-
praying
part of
for you.
that- Well, part of that's because a lot of people were praying, and, I mean, it was interesting, because that was my very first Black Friday ever, because I didn't even go shop Black Friday, because I hate crowds.
Yeah. Well,
And I was right in the middle of the crowds, so, but it was good.
I just
Nobody got
figured it'd be-
arrested, no fights, no.
I thought you'd be controlling those people like me that were knocking those old women down for the cheap.
No.
I didn't do that. As far as y'all. So, God had made some promises, right? Give Jacob a family. But what Jacob did? Remember when he said, okay, I'm gonna give you a family. I'm gonna make you into a great nation, right? Jacob had these promises. What Jacob do? He took on 4 wives. We talked about that last week, right? I gave y'all the kind of visual on that, what that'd be like if your husband was married to you and your sister. I got a picture of what that would have been like. Yeah. Okay, so he also promised Jacob the land, and he told him to go back home. Okay, so God had promised Jacob this land, right? He said, all right, I'm going to give you the land, right? Your family's land. You're going to get to have that. So go back. Esau's there, right? What's Esau? Esau's been making himself feel better by thinking about killing Jacob, hadn't he? So here we are now. Jacob's going back, right? Jacob's going back home. Put yourself in his spot today. You're Jacob. You're the deceiver. You've deceived this guy. He hates your flipping guts. And he is making himself feel all warm and fuzzy by thinking about putting his hands on your throat. Right? So you're in a camp near home, and you with your people. You got all your people around you. You've done pretty good for yourself. You know, you worked for Laban for a little while, and you got some cattle and some property. You got people that are with you. Yes? That's pretty much how the story reads. Okay, so here we are. And you're in this camp, and you thought, why am I even here? What am I going to do? What am I going to say to you? Let me get a group of people and send ahead. See if he kills them first. That's really, I don't think that's what he was thinking, but who knows? That may be what he thought. Let me send 10 people up there ahead, and let's see if they make it out with their heads. He didn't say that. It doesn't say that in the Bible. That's Greg. Okay, so read your book. Don't just listen to me. But I'm putting it into what I would be thinking about. Okay? When I read the Bible, I project myself into the story, and I think, what would I even think about this? This guy's a tough, he's an outdoor guy, you know? This isn't just a white collar guy that sits behind a, I almost said typewriter.